Check, 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 check. Okay, one more time, guys. All right, remember to clap, okay? All right, Gabby Navarro. Thank you very much. Round of applause for Mr. Casino. Round of applause for Miss for Rosario's mom. When I get up there, I'm gonna do this ice cream. All right. Everyone stop and turn. In 3, 2, 1, 0. Stop it. Okay. So here's how we're gonna have to do this. Here's how we're gonna have to do it. The audio is not working where the audio keeps cutting out every time you guys clap. Because Zoom is trying to reduce all the background noise. Zoom thinks you guys are background noise. So here's the problem. We cannot clap for each person every time they come up. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, we will call people's names, okay? Do not clap. Don't clap. Don't make any noise. I know it feels weird not to clap, but we're gonna clap at the very end, right? Save it all up for the very end, because If everyone keeps clapping, the Zoom will cut you guys out, and then your parents won't be able to hear your names at home. Okay? So for example, what we'll do is in the beginning, there's a section where there's a few kids that are getting awards, right? So Ms. Enriquez will call names, and those kids who are getting the awards, right? Getting the awards will come up, okay? You'll stay here, and then when all of them get their award, Ms. Enriquez will say, now, round of applause for these guys. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so try the best you can to not clap for each individual person.
In
Right?
American Sign Language.
Oh,
Put like
perfect.
this.
Thank you.
Put like this.
Awesome.
That's how they do it in American Sign Language. Kid host, come up here.
They're in the back. They're in the back. Hey, David. The camera. Hey, Johan, Michael Jackson. Hey, Anthony. put Miranda as my song. I'm gonna get 30. I want to do the Michael Jackson. Not the video. Huh? Not the video. I swear. You're really crazy. That's your name. That's your name. I see my name. I'll say my name. I see my name. See, I'll see my
Good morning, Sherman Lions. Welcome to our Sherman Academy 5th grade promotion. Bienvenidos a nuestra promoción de 5º grado. Bienvenidos padres y familias que nos están viendo en YouTube. Vamos a comenzar. We're going to get started. Sherman Academy promotions have been happening since 1870. How many years is that, boys and girls? 152?
152.
52 años. So you are the 152nd promoting class of
Over
Sherman.
a century.
We have a welcome address from some of our students. Please, will you come up? Izzy Alvarez, Sofia Barragan, and Sofia Findel. Welcome class of 2022, 5th grade promotion. Oh, that was not it. Welcome 5th grade 2022 promotion. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sophia Vindel, one of your hosts for this year's promotion.
Bienvenidos a la promoción de 5º grado de 2022. Gracias por asistir. Mi nombre es Sofía Barragán, maestra de ceremonia para la promoción del 2022. Era Lucy Álvarez, yo seré el co-host for today. Yo soy Izzy Álvarez, la tercera anfitriona de esta ceremonia.
Class of 2022, make some noise. Class of 2022 is the year of the Sophias. We started with 6 Sophias in kinder, and now we have 4 left.
¿Dónde está la clase del 2022? La generación del 2022 es la generación de las Sofías. Quiero escuchar a todas las Sofías.
That means all the Sophias make some noise. There's 2 Sophias in the audience.
All right, enough of the Sophia talk. Back to me. Izzy, let's get this promotion started. Exactly, I agree. It's time for the boys to join in.
Chicos de quinto grado, arriba.
Please rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seguimos con el juramento de la bandera. Juro fidelidad a la
La
bandera
bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república donde representa una nación como invisible, con libertad y justicia para todos.
Now we welcome Principal Rodriguez.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you may be seated. Nobody clapped for me. Okay, I'm going to give this address in English and Spanish so our families online can also understand if needed. Okay, and because we are a dual language immersion school and we should be presenting in both English and Spanish. So bear with me. Okay. Sherman Lions, class of 2022. High school, class of 2029. And university, class of 2033. We are living in a future social studies chapter right now. Did you know that? This is a defining moment for your generation. You know what a generation is, right? Just in case you don't. So you know that depending on the year you were born, you're placed in a certain generational category. And you know, I know that you know this because I hear you kids calling us old folks. Boomers. Okay, that's in reference to the baby boomers. That's like my dad's age. Too young to be a boomer. I am Generation X. Generation X. Woo. We are annoyed by both baby boomers and millennials. We don't like, and you guys too sometimes. So, see me both my plastic 80s earrings? Are those awesome? And like, see, it's curly hair even right there. But there was this one generation. They were called the greatest generation. They were born between 1901 and 1927. The thing about them is that they lived through and experienced the hardships of the Great Depression, when 25% of the people had no jobs. And later they fought in World War II, or they worked in the industries that contributed to winning the war. So in other words, they lived a really tough life. It was a really tough time, and they became better because of it. Ahora en español. Stop here. Estamos viviendo en un futuro capítulo de estudios sociales en este momento. Este es un momento decisivo para su generación. Una generación es, dependiendo del año en que nació, se lo ubica en una categoría generacional. Sé que lo saben porque escucho a los niños que nos llaman los viejos boomers, ¿verdad? Y se refiere a la generación baby boomer, pero por cierto, soy muy joven, soy del X, ya sabemos eso. Pero de todos modos, había un grupo llamado la generación, la gran generación, y nacieron entre 1901 y 1927. Ellos vivieron las dificultades de la Gran Depresión, cuando el 25% de las personas estuvieron desempleadas y luego lucharon en la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Y en otras palabras, vivieron tiempos realmente difíciles y mejoraron por eso. Now you guys are what?
Generation Z.
Gen Z, right? Generation Z. We can't tell too much about you yet. You guys are still pretty young. But as a mother of 2 Gen Z boys, I was starting to worry because I started to see so much of what we call entitlement. That's not a good thing. Entitlement is defined by someone who believes that they're deserving of privileges even though they don't work for them. So it kind of sounds like this. I should be able to watch endless hours of YouTube even though I didn't do my chores. I deserve it. Does that sound familiar, parents? Does that sound like you guys? No, not anymore. I have a point to that. There's a point. So, entonces, ya sabemos que los niños son de generación Z y no podemos decir mucho sobre ellos porque están muy jóvenes, pero como mamá de 2 niños de generación Z, vi que empezaron a ser como demasiado el sentido de derecho, de que pueden hacer, Que estaban empezando a preocuparme por ver eso. Como suena como que no limpié mi cuarto, pero como me dijeron, pero aún si me deberían permitir ver horas interminables de YouTube, a pesar que no merezco ese privilegio. ¿Suena familiar, padres? Espero que ya no. Tengo un punto. Why? Something happened. Something big happened. Then enter 2020 and 2021 and 2022, right? This is a defining moment for your generation. What is it that you will be telling your grandchildren when they ask you to tell them about the time of the years of the pandemic? The time that the world stopped in its tracks, when you spent over a year, and sometimes some of you 2 years away from school, learning at home. The time that you had to learn how to do school and make friends all over again when you came back. All while wearing masks, not standing or sitting too close to each other. My hope is that you'll be able to tell them that that was the time that I became part of the new greatest generation. Right, you guys? Are you the new greatest generation? You better say yes. You can tell your grandchildren, that was the time I learned perseverance. The time I learned to stand with those who felt the impact of injustice. The time I felt others stand with me in my struggles. The time we realized that we didn't have to go back to how things used to be, but decided that we would try something new, which is why we are named the new greatest generation. Yeah. Amigos, es posible que no podamos celebrar. Oh man, I wrote the wrong thing on it. Let me translate it generally. Okay, entonces, ya sabemos que nuestros hijos estaban empezando a ser un poco así, sintiendo los derechos de todos, ¿verdad? Pero entre la pandemia. Y con la pandemia, vieron que era un momento distinto para nuestros alumnos de 2022, ¿verdad? La pregunta es, ¿qué van a decir a sus nietos cuando pregunten sobre la pandemia, en los tiempos de la pandemia? Cuando el mundo se paró, cuando tuvieron casi 2 años aprendiendo en casa, el tiempo cuando regresaron tuvo que aprender de nuevo cómo ser amigo, amiga, mientras que usaba cubrebocas o de no parar muy cercano a los demás. Entonces, mi esperanza es que van a decir a sus nietos que ese era el tiempo en que convertimos a la nueva gran generación. Porque aprendieron perseverancia, aprendieron cómo parar brazo a brazo con los demás por la injusticia. Es el tiempo en que sentimos que todos podían parar con nosotros, apoyarnos, y realizamos que podíamos hacer cosas diferentes, de una manera diferente, y por eso nos nombraron el nuevo gran generación. So friends, we are very proud of you all. You just started. We got 2020, what was it, 2029, 2033. We want to keep seeing you move forward, right? It's through these difficult times that your character, resilience, and empathy are built. You have learned to become more resourceful, more creative, and hopefully you've learned a new skill or passion you never knew you had. Here's the thing, friends. As you continue on to your next journey, middle school. Remember, Sherman is not a place, It's not a building. Sherman is the people. And the fact is, you will take Sherman with you wherever you go. Why? Because we are Sherman. Woo-hoo! Round of applause for yourself. I'm not gonna try to do this. We're good. So now we have academic awards. And I would like to start with, wait, hold on, let me see something. The Carson Scholar. And I think Mr. D wanted to come up and give away this award. Miss, where is it? Where is, oh, there he is. This is behind the camera.
I'm gonna make this quick, but the Carson Scholarship is a special scholarship that our school was only able to nominate one student. And what happens is this student has to apply for the Carson Scholarship and writes an essay and talks about all the different things that they would like to do in the future and things that they've accomplished here at school. So this student worked really, really hard on her application and her essay. And she won the Carson Scholarship. You can see on the pictures right here, it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see her over here, receiving the scholarship, receiving the award. Here's her certificate, and here she is right here. And let's welcome up Sophia Barragan. All right, and Sophia is gonna hold the plaque. So every year we nominate someone and their name gets added to this little plaque right here. So we have 2020 Sal Perez, Zaira Juarez Nava, last year in 2021, and now Sophia Barragan Ramirez. Okay, all right. All right, so along with the Carson Scholarship, the Carson Foundation, Carson Scholars Fund, when Sophia decides to, whatever she decides to do in the future, when she goes to college, they will award her a $1,000 grant when she begins college. So really a great start to her future. Okay, all right, and I'll give it back to Ms. Enriquez.
Hi, another round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few really hard workers who ended up taking that assessment this year, the LPAC, and aced it. And we want to recognize those students for going on to middle school, reclassified as English proficient speakers, readers, writers, and listeners. Ms. Chavez or Ms. Well, actually both of them, help us out.
Remember, round of applause.
Just a reminder, we're going to hold our applause so our families can hear our names. We'll do applause at the end. Students, when you come up, stay up here. Okay? Moises Avalos. I know, it's right. You can push S as much, but then we're going to move faster. Aaron Avalos. Gonzalo Cárdenas. And we have a new student. And he reclassified on his first try. Julio Garcia Durazo. Ladies and gentlemen, they're all doing this silent clap. Byron Pedrosa. Carlos Medina. Cynthia Valenzuela. Johan Bañales Gaxiola. Let's get a big round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. You may be seated. President's Award. This is an award that is given out by the U.S. President of the United States and the U.S. Secretary of Education. So our president is Joseph Biden, and our U.S. Secretary of Education is, come on, he works hard for you. His name is Miguel Cardona. Okay, maybe you can be the next U.S., maybe not the next, but in the future, the U.S. Secretary of Education. Maybe. All right. Oh, Ms. Hagan, you want to come up and help me out with this one? First up, and you know what? It's going pretty slow, so you can applause. That's okay. Right. And I'll do this when I do this. All right. First up, oh, sorry. This first award is the Silver Award presented to students who have shown proficiency in all areas of this education.
This
Okay.
one. No on the clapping. It's the audio.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the
Mr.
audio will cut out.
Giselle.
I'm sorry.
Stick with this.
Yeah, stick with that. Guys.
Proficiency all across the whole school year. So awesome achievement for these folks. We've got Emily Esteban. Bryce Brown. Sofía Barragán Ramírez. Sandino Beltrán. Julio García Durazo. Keep it on, Julio. Gabriel Ortega Palma. Did your hair dry from fielding? Matthew Cuevas. Abiel Yáñez Mireles. Sofía Ponce. Jaden Álvarez. Alfredo Mauricio. We highlighted your name for you on the bed. Cynthia Valenzuela. Juan Guzman. I'm sorry, Juan. I can't read cursive. Ivan Guzman. I don't know who Juan Guzman is. Ivan Guzman. Joanna Grajeda. Okay, you guys can squeeze in front of each other. Miles Cienega Ferranti. Adrian Brown. Angel Núñez Mendoza. Otherwise known as Angel. Hassana Perez. Gonzalo Cárdenas. You look surprised, Gonzalo. Of course you deserve this award. And last but not least, Jennifer Santiago Abel. Let's give these Sherman Lions a big round of applause. Bow, ladies and gentlemen, bow, and you may go back to your seats. Next, we have the President's Education Award Gold. Mr. Brazania, you want to come up? This, ladies and gentlemen, is to recognize students who not only are showing proficiency, but are showing above grade level proficiency in reading and math and other areas. So we'd like to recognize our friends who go the extra mile, because it's really hard to show that you're above grade level unless you really, it is important to you. So felicidades a nuestros alumnos que están, que merecen este reconocimiento del presidente de nivel de oro para enseñarnos que han sobresalido de su quinto grado enseñando en áreas académicas. Okay, ready? All right, first up we got Miss Sophia Lindell. Isabella Alvarez, otherwise known as Izzy. Hayden Lumar. Hayden Lumagi. Woo. Helen Gonzalez. Let's give a big round of applause for our gold presidential award. Surprising here, you expensive. They worked hard for it. There you go. Good job. You may be seated. Now, you are all on a pathway, whether you know it or not. You are all on a pathway towards biliteracy. Most of you are biliterate, maybe not completely at the level of both languages, English and Spanish, but you are on a pathway. When you graduate from high school, if you continue this pathway, you'll receive a literal gold seal on your diploma, naming you, well, it's called the seal of biliteracy. So don't you think some universities would think that was pretty cool and maybe want to accept you into their university? I think so. I think so. Entonces, estamos reconociendo a los alumnos que ha demostrado perfectamente a nivel de lectura en inglés y en español. Todos los niños están en un camino de ser biliterato para que llegan a la diploma de la prepa con un sello de biliterato, ¿se dice? Sí. Entonces, como yo no tengo ese sello en mi diploma. Pero sí, las universidades ven eso y tal vez este niño lo vamos a escoger para nuestra universidad. Entonces, los que merecen este reconocimiento ahora, si no eres tú, está bien, pueden seguir en este camino en la secundaria y la prepa. Wow. Fifth grade pathway to the California Seal of Biliteracy. Emily Esteva. Kayla Martinez Rodriguez. Helen González. Charlie Mauricio. Julio García Durazo. Sofía Barragán Ramírez. Isabela Álvarez. Abdiel Yáñez Mireles. Abdiel Yáñez o Yáñez? I thought so. We need an ñ over there. Felicidades. Cintia Valenzuela. Felicidades. Gabriel Ortega Palma. Hassana Pérez. And a big round of applause for our panelists. You may be seated. Thank you very much. And here we go. Are we ready to get our certificates of promotion? Listos? All right, this time we really, because we're gonna kind of just bring everybody through quickly. Quiet in here so our parents and families can hear your wonderful names. All right, I need as many teachers as we can up here on the stage. Before we get started, make sure I have the right class. I'm going to start with team 20. Is that Caitlin's class?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're we can have like each row standing up as we go and starting in line, okay? All right, so first row, go ahead and stand.
First row.
And
And
then-
yes.
Come here.
All right. We need some background music, right? You want some music? Okay. And boys and girls, as you see the line starting to shrink, then that's where we stand and go. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
I would like to congratulate our class of 2022 with their promotion certificate, starting with Caitlin Arceta Gutierrez, Aaron Ábalos, Johan Bañales Gaxiola, Sofía Barragán Ramírez, Sandino Beltrán, Adrian Brown, Gonzalo Cárdenas, Joseph Díaz Marrón, Leila Flores, Julio García, Jerica Herrera, Anthony Larios, Alexander Martinez. Luna Martinez. Cyrus Medina. Annabelle Mesa. Rosario Moreno Sánchez. Isabel Munguia Díaz. Adrian Nieves Mesa. Ángel Núñez Mendoza. Gabriel Ortega Palma. Asana Pérez. Camila Rodríguez. Diego Roca. Jennifer Santiago Abel. Diego Vázquez Tilapa.
David.
I don't know. I think let's go back now. We do that again. For Diego people. David Vázquez Tilapa. Sofía Vendel. Dominique Abdullah II. Ali Bautista.
Hey. Hey. You know.
Ileana Warner. Bryce Brown. Alexander Mestizo. Emily Esteban. Javier Estrada. Lisbeth Cárnica. Dimitri Garrett. And Maya Guthrie. Helen Gonzalez. Hayden Buggy. All right. Let's write down a little bit so we can make sure we draw all the names. Thank you. Savannah Macia. Kayla Martinez Rodriguez. Charlie Mauricio. Hendrix McFadden. Carlos Medina. Caleb Palacio. Joanna Patiago. Byron Pedraza. Anthony Ramos. Olivia Rascón. Diego Rodríguez. Izzy Álvarez. Jaden Álvarez. Moisés Ábalos. Isabela Benítez. Joshua Bonaparte. Mateo Cedillo. Miles Cienega Ferranti. Matthew Cueva. Jennifer Feliciano Santos. Sofía González. Joana Grajera. Iván Guzmán. Celeste Hueso. Tailí Martínez Hernández. Alfredo Mauricio. Yanis Núñez. Camila Méndez. Sofía Ponce. Camila Ramírez. Matthew Ruiz. Luna Sánchez Gil. Y el tirado. Adam Trainer. Daini Valdez. Cintia Valenzuela.
Yes.
Abiel Yáñez Mireles. JD Zamora Kincaid. And last but not least, we have Julio Zarate. At this time, I want you all to stand up at your seats and give yourselves a huge round of applause. I believe you have some student closing remarks.
That concludes our promotion ceremony. Thank you for joining us. We will be signing off right now, and we'll be back for the bell ringing ceremony at 11 o'clock. Con esto concluye nuestra ceremonia de fin de cursos. Nos despedimos por ahora. Regresaremos a las 11 para transmitir la ceremonia del toque de la campana de Sherman. Wait. I almost forgot. Before we go, can we get one last Sherman line over? On 3, 2, 1.
We'll be back at 11 o'clock. You can stay on if you want, but we're going to be going upstairs, so give us about 5 minutes. Then we're going to ring the bell. Wait for the cameraman. Thanks. All right, I'm going to go set this. I'm going to set this up upstairs. Maybe Kelly can grab my chair. Grab some money.
Okay. Do we take the chair?